Hello everyone. Today I shall read the continuation of the chapter Home They Brought My Warrior Dead. So, Smita Kakoti, a pass out from Don Bosco High School, Hojai, is an acquaintance of Paplu. Her first WhatsApp message to me goes like this. In school, when I was the captain of Red House, I had a little conversation with Ruplu and asked him to give his name in as many sports as he wanted. He was a little confused and hesitant to give his name in all the sports. At that time, I didn't know that he could choose only a few. I am very saddened to realize that it was our first and last conversation. Oh my God, I was taken aback by the small last chat. Smita, you made me emotional. She has been very caring and supportive during these gloomy days. She consoled me by saying that Ruplu is watching us and it would hurt him to see his strong mom getting weaker day by day. He would want us to remember him with happiness and not tears in our eyes. Smita's second message to me. She places herself in my position and writes to Ruplu. Every day of my life is a wait for your comeback through some miracle. Residing in a place unknown to you and me brings sorrow. I want to see the bed you sleep in, the school you go to. I hope you are disease free and without pain. We miss you every day and everywhere. I see you amidst the big sea from where you sail to infinity. Talking to your photo and not getting a reply angers me. Is it the roar of the sea that is not allowing your voice to reach me? Every drop of tear I shed would ask the sea goddess to protect you from all difficulties. No doubt you are a fighter since the age of 10, and every thunder you would face with a challenge. I hope you manage to take a set of drums and television that would fetch you the latest football and cricket news. I wish there was someone more brilliant than Einstein and Edison who would have invented the phone to contact you now. I would have called you. Your vibrancy gives me jitters in my brain and my neurons connect me to you. Baby, I feel you in my brain, heart, and soul. Yes, Smita, I wish to call him and talk to him. Dear, you are alive in me. Expressing my thoughts into writing momentarily engages me and diverts me from the intense grief. I have shared this over Facebook. Dear, you were young and 18 when the brutal truth led you to suffer. For 18 days in the cabin, I was there for you day in and day out. Seeing your distress, I prayed for your liberation, keeping aside the bond we had since you were an embryo. We did not choose to linger your agony with the support system. At midnight, you answered to God's calling. It's been 4 months now, like lifeless robots, keeping our busy schedule on, however, making little time for prayers, the common prayers that the whole world would cite. I too did the same. Baba, rest in eternal peace with the Lord. If you are born again, be fit and fine. But no solace found, no misery is gone, no action nor words would console me. Only a bereaved mother would understand its depth and loss. Let me close my eyes to reality. Let me build dreams and fantasy. When my mind is always preoccupied and loaded with your memories, when I am there for you, you cannot belong to another. When I can feel and touch you, when I can see and hear from you, you cannot be given a different identity. You are mine and only mine. Your mind is in mine. Your heart beats with mine and you breathe with me. You are born again in my womb. You are alive in me. You wipe my crying eyes to see the world through them. You smile and laugh with me, enjoy the yummies and have fun with me. No one can break this bond and take you away from me. I pray to keep us alive together. Together we will create memories forever. Yours loving Ma. Smita's text. She feels Ruplu would reply like this and she cried typing this. Dear Ma, things have changed here. I don't have the pain of the deadly disease, but the pain of separation from you, Papa, and Dada hurts every day. Traveling in a boat without my family is like a boat without a rudder or a ship without an engine. I have laid my expectation to the sea. Wherever it takes, I go on. Every moment I feel like running back to you, but the current of the sea is so strong that it propels me away from you. I am sorry I cannot go back, but I will always remember you all. I am delighted to see the strong bond between you and Papa, and also very happy to see Paplu kill all levels of fashion in my clothes. After all, my choices were always perfect. What I see now is you are getting weaker day by day and your face looks pale. I want you to look young every day. As I can't impinge upon you to go to the parlor, it doesn't mean you should stop going. Traveling without you is like engulfing myself to a destination where I will have a new start with new people, but the old ones will always be missed. On my way, if I happen to meet Einstein or Thomas, I shall make the complaint of not discovering or inventing the phone to contact me. Smita, you have gone to the depth of the loss. You have expressed my expectations of his reply. Thank you so much. Scientists should make a device to contact the dead. Smita's text, she quoted what Jishnu Paplu had shared with her at the loss. Ruplu, this is from you, from your brother. Every corner of the house can feel the void of your presence, as you had the power to lit them with your smile and joy. Losing you is like a punishment by nature without knowing my fault. When I come back home, every time I expect to run to me, ignoring the gift of destiny. Every time I wear your t shirt, I can smell your presence right beside me. Performing the last ritual and letting you to the hands of Ganga felt like pushing you away from where you would find a better brother than me. I was informed late about your suffering, but that did not reduce the level of pain in me. Watching your photo is not enough, as I feel like pulling you out of the frame and ask you to stay back with us. I wish I could cry, but I would love to keep the pain of losing you forever with me. The kitchen feels empty while cooking, as I miss your presence in preparing a special dish. A feeling of guilt haunts me when I step into a happier world, thinking that might hurt you. Bro, every time I remember you, I hope to meet you again and share our time together. The last day when I saw you still on the floor, I could feel the agony that you suffered, which you never shared with me. Watching you burn to ashes created an emptiness in me which doesn't let me cry, as I want to keep you safe in the void. Football and Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chasma are where I feel your presence. I knew you would leave us, but I believed in miracles and waited for your comeback. When I sensed that there was no life in you, I felt someone pulling out the heart from my body. Frozen legs and wet eyes were not enough to express the pain in me. Letting you go with the hope of meeting you again, this hope will always be alive in me. Paplu always wanted me to be happy. He never expressed nor shared this grief with me, thinking I would be hurt. But reading those texts, my eyes couldn't hold back my tears. How I wish miracle would happen and Pooh was with us like before. As much as people may write or even voice their feelings, it still won't be enough. For a pen and a paper can only show the tip of the iceberg, the rest submerged is left to the imagination. People say that they understand, but it is beyond one's comprehension. For all the years we have struggled together, I was always optimistic for better days. Maybe now I am finally sure of the fact that you are in a better place. The next chapter is I am trapped in a cocoon of sorrow. If love is sweet, why does it hurt? If love is deep, why does it burn? If love is warm, why do we shiver? If love is tender, why do we cry? If love is forever, why do we die? The price of this love is grief. Dear Lord, if the happiness you gave me is temporary, then why is my sorrow permanent? Without my son, my life is meaningless. Life for me is loss, failure, inactivity, and end. The Spanish football coach Luis Enrique tweeted, "We will miss you enormously, but we will remember you every day of our lives." At the unfortunate demise of his very beautiful 9-year-old daughter, who fought 5 intense months against the most aggressive cancer of the bone, osteosarcoma. The family is shattered forever. Late Dipu Marme suffered from adenocarcinoma of the lung and passed away within a span of 8 months of diagnosis of the disease. The soft-spoken, dedicated physician of Hum Hospital Hojai was adored by all, and patients called him Moromi Sir instead of Marme Sir. He was the heroic father of 3 small heroes, Adi, Mon, and Mo, and dear husband of Momi. What an injustice on the part of God to take him away from such a sweet family. The price of their love is grief. Rufplu's demise was inevitable, but it is very difficult for us to accept it because he was never a patient, though he harbored such a life-sucking disease. He was blooming with life and vigor. I did not see a single drop of tear in his eye, even during his agonizing 18 days in the cabin. The feelings I am going through now are complex and confusing. I cry and curse myself at his painful memories and feel so guilty as I could not save my child whom I have given birth to and nurtured. I am the most unfortunate mother to hear his words of prediction. I am fed up of my life. I am dying. His positive vibes faded and hopelessness overshadowed him. He finally succumbed to the man-eater. His words echo in my ears, and I am being haunted by the most worst memories ever. I feel I am being brutally injured by the sharp, ugly nails of a witch that leaves me crying in pain. Am I a sinner, and grief is my punishment? I have been chained inside a cocoon of sorrow. I am alive but dead within. I feel so miserable, never felt like this before. Dear God, please give me the strength to overcome my grief. Dear Ruplu, please come and rescue me. You will not want your Ma to be trapped inside the tragic cocoon. Your tender fingers will definitely unwind my trap and free me. Dear, hold me in your arms as I tread this difficult terrain until we meet again. So that is the end of this chapter. I am trapped in a cocoon of sorrow. Meet you with the next chapter, my quest for his soul. Till then, stay safe, stay fit.